Yeah, 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 yeah. There's nothing better after some food than going through collectibles with friendly comic book dude. What's up, YouTube? You guys ready to Hulk out and go through some collectibles tonight? What should we start with? Not what you'd call scary, like we usually have, but maybe in the realm of sci-fi. Got ourselves a little Arwen action from Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring. Ease you guys in tonight with the cheap stuff first. She looks good, probably great for any lover of Lord of the Rings, but not very pricey. This one's going to run a whole $10. What else? Then we've got some classic T-800 Terminator NECA action here. 2015. Why don't we get a year for once with a NECA? It's got to be something special. Show you a little Schwarzenegger up in here. Your typical NECA prices on this. It's gonna run you about $30. I'm gonna keep it low at first. Don't want to overload you guys. Get you the heart attack stuff later. What else? What else we got? We got ourselves one of the Target exclusive Marty Abrams presents Amigo figures. It's a glow-in-the-dark Nosferatu. Number 5,473 out of I couldn't tell you how many. I think the print run on these is usually about 30,000. I don't know how exclusive that makes it, but you know, if you need it and you can't find it, this will also run you about 30. What else? This was an interesting piece. Where do we got her? Got ourselves a Marilyn Munster. I actually thought she was a bobblehead at first, but she is not. She is just like an oversized head, kind of like the video game cheat codes they used to have back in the day, where it'd be like make your head huge. It's the deal with her. It's from Sideshow, which would make you think that it's worth a lot of money, but you know, 21 years later, this is a whole $12. $12. From there, we got another little guy. This guy was the Father's Day Creepshow figure from the Monstars from Amok time. As always, their stuff's always more. You know, their print runs are relatively low since they're actually a local comic shop. And even though this guy is only about 3 years old, you know, this little 3.8-inch figure, $30. It is really well articulated, though, very well detailed. If you can't see it, some other ones in this set too, it looks like. So, what else? What else do I have for you guys in the cheap seats? Before we get to the really heartbreaking stuff here. We've got Sarah Pizzini from the Series 2 Witchblade Figures, sculpted by Claiborne Moore. Beautiful stuff, but just, I don't know if there was just too much of it out there, or just not enough interest for you Sarah Pizzini Witchblade fans. I mean, it's cheap. I think we got this for a whole $12 also. Double check here. Witchblade. Oh, even less. Wow. $5. Might be the cheapest thing we've sold on the channel. So, wow. Fun add-in for somebody who gets one of the bigger items. Next, the box does not look great on this guy, but he is 100% mint. We got ourselves a Heath Ledger, Dark Knight Joker, Wacky Wobbler. Never been opened, but again, there's some box roughness for those of you guys that care about that. It's about, let's say this came out about the same time as the movie, and it is technically a Funko, for you Funko lovers. It's about 8 years old. The low and high put this right about $50. Yeah, the low was about 25 for an open one, and I think the high sealed was about 75. So slipped right in the middle there. That's that. All right. Let's see. Start to go up a bit here in some of these prices. This guy here is, for those of you that know him, he's from a Dark Horse comic, so he's a little bit niche. It's Herbie. He's the funny Fat Fury in his Fatulous 3D. Limited numbered. It says he was only, they limited it to 700 of them. They didn't actually like individualize those numbers though, so you didn't know which one of those 700 he was. But yeah, it's about 10 years old, and you know, for anybody that's a fan of this, this guy goes for about $50. So if you're a Herbie fan, he's for you. What else? Let's see. Alright, next we got ourselves a Hal Jordan Green Lantern movie mini bust. I don't know why so many people shit on this movie. It's really not bad. Maybe they could have done better with like their villains or like their plans for future films, but I think I'm in the minority when it comes to people that like Hal Jordan. Seal's broken on this one, just so you know, so it has been opened to check for damage. We got a 964 out of 5,000 here. This guy is, we get another $50 right here. Oh, not even. 35 for little Hal Jordan. So there's that from our friends there at DC Direct. What's next? Got ourselves a little bit of Walking Dead action. One of the earlier pieces there. We got the Walking Dead Bicycle Girl Zombie. It was one of a couple of different zombie mini busts they did. There was also a tank and a deer-eating zombie. Beautiful, beautiful box art on these things. And it is technically a NECA, and it also, you know, normal fare for it being like a, you know, ceramic piece. You know, it has been opened to check for damage. Or any kind of like statute item, regardless of what it's made from. This is even cheaper. This is $25. Yeah, so want yourself a nice little Walking Dead paperweight. Here she be. Let's see. As we go further down the rabbit hole, got ourselves an Oogie Boogie. It's a Diamond Select one. He is limited number. Looks like he is 551 of 3,000. And they consider him a resin bust. He's not full bodied. It's about half his body. It was a 25th anniversary piece from Diamond. What do we got for Oogie? Looks like Oogie is $60. Boy, so far you guys have been getting off on the cheap. Should start showing you some of the pricier stuff. Nope, we'll save that for later. But not yet. I think we'll just keep on showing you the small stuff. So when we get to the big stuff, we'll jump way over the top to it and have you be like, oh, how much money? We got a Xenomorph and a Neomorph, both from Alien Covenant. Lovely NECA pieces. The Xenomorph is $30, and the Neomorph is $45. Probably because there's multiples out there on the Xenomorph that you seen from past sets versus the Neomorph, which, oh no, wait a minute, it's actually the other way around. The Neomorph is only $30. The Xenomorph is $45. I will say that's probably because this is one of the better designed ones. It's a fully articulated figure. I think, they've had years to kind of like play around with the design, so it's, may look better than it has in the past. But yeah. What else? Alright. Let's start easing you guys in here. We got ourselves an Artifacts Kotabukaya Jason. Do not see these pieces very often, or at least I didn't used to. They're becoming a little bit more commonplace. Kotabukaya has started to do a lot of the gender bend versions of these figures where you see like Lady Freddy and Lady Beetlejuice. So, but yeah, they started off with some of these early ones. This one's Jason from Part 3 Friday the 13th. But yeah, this guy is going to run you $125. So, start getting scared. Next, equally comparable in price, but definitely much older figure here. Got ourselves Beetlejuice. OG Pullstring Beetlejuice from Kenner. Kenner means this guy came out the same year I was born, which is 1989. Doesn't look like he's ever been removed from the box. He's got all his fastenings still when you look at him, but the seal is broken, so I'm not sure if it just frayed over time or what. Hard to say. Tons of fun things you can do with him. I will say the window is a little bit loose. Again, figure's never actually been opened, but one would think after 30 years there's going to be some shelf wear. So yeah, this guy is also $125. But yeah. Alright. Give you guys a second to digest those while I give you back some of the cheap seat stuff again. What do we got here? We got another one of these cool kits that I've shown you guys before. Seems like every time I find one of these, though, it's a different company, and this one is Polar Lights. So it's not Aurora, it's not Mobius. I'm not sure if the point of these was to just be a copy of older ones, because in a lot of my research for this same figure had a kit in the late 60s. The exact same design, so it's Polar Lights did almost a second edition. That being said, that may factor into why this is only $25. So if you're a fan of this and you want to build it, but you can't afford the original, this might be the way to go. Next we got ourselves what would likely be the Playmates equivalent of like the Diamond Femme Fatale figures. We've got ourselves 7 of 9. Playmates figure from Star Trek Voyager. It's about 20 years old. 1999 it came out. A little bit of box wear, but no broken seals. Hasn't been removed, so you get to play with 7 of 9 before anybody else gets to. But again, Playmates, from what we've had of them in the past, aren't very high price. I'm sure there are more, not high quality per se, but higher quality for now versions of 7 of 9. So this one's only gonna run you about $35. Not bad. Not bad if you're looking for like a representation of her and you don't want to break the bank. All right. Continue the pricey stuff. So this next one's gonna be a doozy. Okay. This guy is heavy. Got ourselves Friday the 13th Final Chapter Jason. He's got 2 heads. You can switch them out. There's another one up here of like his face without the mask on. It's like the mask pulled up kind of. See some looks of it in there. So huge though. This thing, you can feel this. It's not like, this thing's not made out of PVC, man. This is like solid, whatever it is. But yeah, this is from our buddies at NECA. Don't know when, but I can tell you that he is another 125. Wow, that's our like magic number for the day. So cool, solid piece. I want to say this came out sometime in the last few years because I believe I'm the one who acquired this for Frank. So yep, there's that. Oh, okay. Let's see. Next, we've got a piece from Sideshow, from the Dead Figures. It's a series of figures that they did. They were sort of like an original set, but I think it was popular because it's kind of like living dead dolls in the sense that they don't have a specific thing that they're from the way a lot of the Sideshow's licensed material. So it's kind of hard to see, but this is the Babysitter. Or Subject 1025 for what that's worth. I think I was surprised at what this one was going for, in that it was less than what I was expecting. Let's see. Where are you? The Dead. The Dead. Oh, there it is. Yeah, she's only $50. A lot of these originals usually go for more. I'm not sure. I don't know if this was a more common one or if just nobody was really selling this when I was checking for the prices, but $50. So if you never got this and you needed it to complete your The Dead collection, here you go. I think the way these ones worked too, which was just kind of cool, was Sideshow did these as a lottery system. So you had to bid into the lottery. If you got selected, you'd have the ability to purchase them, and there was only so many available. Kind of like what Funko does now, sometimes with their lotteries for some of the conventions. So, there's that. Let's see, we're getting down to the nitty gritty. Got ourselves here a Superman from DC Direct, which we've had before. Not the same one, but this one's like a double-sized box, if you can tell. Usually they're like this big, and now it's this big. This one comes with change of clothes to turn him into Clark, some extra props, just overall, like, this is like the definitive Superman. This one also says on top, which I haven't noticed before on these, is it's limited to 5,000, and this one's 3147 of 5,000. It's pretty cool. I didn't realize the DC Direct did limited numbers. I have to keep a better eye out for that. Let's see. The question becomes, is that reflected in our boy Superman's price? It is not. This boy is only going to run you $55. That's pretty good for a DC Direct. In fact, all the DC Directs that I've sold have gone for higher than that, and they didn't come with half the things this guy came with. So, jump on it. Jump on it. Let's see. Okay, we got 2 more things before the last 3. Let's go with that first. We'll start off with a classic Texas Chainsaw Leatherface Sideshow figure. Beautiful piece. Never been opened, of course. It's supposed to look like that. You know, solid. I can imagine this guy like doing the thing, the little like over his head. But yeah, this came out at the same time as a lot of those other sideshows I brought you guys. It's 03. A lot of those were between like 03 and 05. What do we got for Leatherface? Leatherface is $150. It's the quality and beauty of Sideshow in all its glory. Right here. It's not even a full statue. Imagine if I was selling the Leatherface statue. Only dream of that day. $150. Alright, last item before we get to the last 3, which I've kind of broken up for a reason. I kind of want to like start like spotlighting those last couple as we get to them. But we've got ourselves a Bowen, which is not new. We've been doing the Bowens for a while. They're what seem to be Marvel's most expensive memorabilia to date. It seems like every time I pull one of these, they're money. So we got ourselves here a Wasp, classic version, sculpted by Jason Smith. This was limited to 700. This one is number 102 of 700. There's another version of this which I haven't taken yet, but it's like the helmeted one. So, but this is like, you can see, you know, Janet Van Dyne in all her glory. So let us see. I do recall she was pricey. Wasp. Yeah, Wasp is running for $400. These Bowens, man, I don't know, the quality is just too good. Just too good. So, there's that. Alright. To our honorable mentions first. So, for you newbies to the channel or you longtime watchers, you've seen for a while that I've mentioned to you guys that I have a Patreon page. So this is about the time where I'm going to show you the things that if you had subscribed to the Patreon, you might have gotten an early glimpse at, because what I do is I give those Patreon subscribers a 24-hour early lead. They get, for $1 a month, you get a 25-hour early lead to you guys on YouTube. So they might be snapping up things out from under you guys. You might have seen this in the video and then be like, I really want that. So I've decided to kind of like show you guys what it is you've missed out on, so you can decide for the future if you want it. So, the first one is this 3D alien poster, which has already been sold to a patron. It was going for about, let's see here, sold for $70. It was a McFarlane from 06. Beautiful piece. Could have been yours for 25 cents a week. Less than I don't know how many cups of coffee it would take to pay for a year's Patreon subscription. But yep, so there's that. And then the other piece, which I'm sure will really get a lot of people's goats, is another McFarlane piece. Is this beautiful scene-stealing Jaws from McFarlane Toys, the deluxe box set. Beautiful piece. sealed, never opened, from the Movie Maniacs Series 4 set. That sold for Jaws. Sold for $250. I have seen them go for higher. Even as recently as last week, I saw one sell for $375. This could have been yours. So that's my passion speech for that. The last item that we got for the video, I decided I'm going to start saving the most expensive item for last. And this week that is this. Got ourselves a Danny Ketch Ghost Rider Bowen. Wow. So this guy was limited to 1,000. This one's number 607 of 1,000. And this box is a little confusing, I'm not going to lie, because on one side they show you the Danny Ketch version, on the other side they show you the Johnny Blaze version, and then what they did is they stick a yellow sticker on to signify which one the box actually is in the box. This one is in fact the Danny Ketch. So it's your leather jacket, fire chains and all that looking Ghost Rider from the 90s. He's your man. But yeah, this guy we had sold for somewhere between $400 and $600. Which means might have actually been a little higher than $600, because the average price, which is what we have it listed at, is going to be $550. So yeah, whew. Told you guys I was going to start you off easy, get you to the heart attack at the end. But that, my friends, is what I've got for you today. As always, like, comment, subscribe. Do all the YouTube stuff so I can keep bringing you more of these collectibles. We can branch out into some other content as the world starts to open up some more. Maybe do some guests. I've got one person here who's sitting in the background, but he might have him on in the future. My man Larry the Human. So again, subscribe. Be here, help promote, help me, help you by showing you all this cool stuff, so you can revel in it. You can be nostalgic with it. You can buy it, whatever you want to do. Links are all in the description. I've been your guy, the friendly neighborhood comic book dude. I'm going to catch you guys next time.